All right, so this is almost the end of this program. I'm sure that you would have remembered me saying that I'm going to give you a reveal that if you don't know this, that it's going to blow your mind. And if you do know this, well, this is just reinforcement of that. Now, coming down to the end of this program, I started to talk about trend lines, indicators, support, resistance, these things. These are things that traders, the majority of traders use. Now, I want to make sure you understand something. There's a saying in this industry that goes along the lines of 90% of traders lose 90% of their money within 90 days of being a trader, right? That being said, if 90% of traders use support and resistance and trend lines and indicators, why would you want to do what they do if 90% of traders lose 90% of their money within 90 days? The majority of the traders that are in this space, the retail traders, even hedge funds, people oftentimes think that hedge funds, big businesses are profitable. There is a possibility that a hedge fund could literally be, making mistakes or making trades just like a retail trader, right? People oftentimes clean forget that you don't follow the masses to go places where other people haven't been. To go places where other people haven't been, you have to do things that other people don't do. The reason for this is because the 10% of traders, who actually make money, and it's actually more like 5%, but let's just say the 10%, right? The traders that actually make money do something that most people never get to understand in this space. And that is they trade in line with the banks. They trade in line with the people that win, the people that are actually trying to understand this market and not just coming here to make fast money. All right. The vast majority of traders that are in this space come in here and think that is easy money, is fast money. You could do this anyhow, anytime, anywhere. You just jump on your phone and you do it. It takes time to understand. It takes time to practice. It takes time to learn and really grasp and then be able to make money from it. Right. So let me explain a concept to you. Remember, we spoke about, I just literally told you that the 10% trade alongside the banks. There's a reason for this. So before I give you the reason, I want to give you a parallel. I'm sure that you would have been in a casino before. And if you haven't, well, maybe you should try it. Just once, not necessarily to get addicted, but you should try it so you can understand what I'm talking about. But the rule of thumb is the casino always has the advantage. The house always has the advantage, right? And they don't like when you take the advantage away from them, because obviously the casino is in business to make money and to take money from you and everybody else who's playing, everybody else who comes into contact with the casino. Their goal is to take your money. This industry is essentially like a giant casino, one giant casino, in that there's one person, the house, the dealer. They call him the dealer. There's one person who's in control of everything that you see here. All of these up and down movements. There's one person in control of it, right? And he gets to decide when it goes up and when it goes down. You remember I told you that trend lines can be manipulated, support lines can be manipulated, indicators can be manipulated. It is the dealer that is doing the manipulation. This is why, me personally, I do not trade support. I don't trade trend lines. I don't trade resistance. I don't use indicators other than these moving averages, because I'm aware that the dealer is the person who is actually responsible for manipulating these very trend lines and supports and resistances, right? So I want to show you something, all right? Literally, this is a beautiful example here. I would have touched on this exact example in the support and resistance lesson. See this here? This is a support trap, right? I'm not going to go into detail about it, but this is essentially a support trap. The masses will buy and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. And they keep buying every time price hits the zone, because that's what they learn to do. They learn every time price hits their support to place a buy. But guess what? The dealer steps in at a certain area. And what does he do? He shifts the market completely against the buyers and sells the market. And from this area, he would have sold the market off, what's that? Give or take, that is about 90, almost 90 pips. What's that? About 80 pips. Let's just say about 80 pips, right? He sells the market off about 80 pips. Now, I want you to take your calculators. Remember we did, we spoke about how to, calculate lots and how to put lots into perspective and get money from it. I want you to take out your calculator right now. I'm giving you time. I'm slowing down. Take out your calculator, right? And I want you to put in on the calculator 80 pips, which is 800 on your calculator, right? And put that by 1, which is 1 standard lot. Remember we spoke about lots, right? 1 standard lot. That's 800 or $800. The average retail trader, when coming into this space, listen to me, the average retail trader when coming into this space will fund their brokerage account with an average of or a range between $50 and $1,000. This one trade from here to here, this one trade had the ability to take 80 pips or $800 away from any trader who had an account size of about $1,000. And if you had less than $1,000 and you're using a standard lot because you don't know better, guess what? Your account is now officially blown. This is why this is a dog-eat-dog world. Remember I told you that, the winners feed off of the losers? That is exactly what is happening. The persons who knew that this was going to sell here, and trust me, we do know. We do have an understanding based on the way that our setup works. We do have an understanding of when it's going to sell and why, right? Those of us who know would be selling this, right? So that the people who were buying would provide, I should say, the liquidity to go into the sellers' pockets. So the buyers that losing, feeding the sellers that winning. And this is a beautiful example of why I do not trade support and resistance. Because when it becomes manipulated, I can almost guarantee you, it's not a matter of, if it's going to break, it's a matter of how hard it's going to break the support or the resistance or even the trend line, right? This is just a very, very brief insight into, support and resistance and trend lines and these things. But the odds are against you. If you trade support or you trade resistance or you trade trend lines, the odds are against you. And it's probably why you would have been struggling for all of these. If you have experience, it's probably why you would have been struggling for such a long time, because you're doing things that is designed to keep the masses down, keep the masses losing. Because if the dealer keeps the masses losing, he keeps the winners winning. Remember, the masses feed the winners. The losers feed the winners. So do you want to be one of the winners that feed off of the losers? Or do you want to be one of the losers that actually takes your hard-earned money and gives to the winners? If you do want to be one of the winners, you need to learn to stop trading support and resistance and trend lines and understand how the traps work. These are concepts that I go over in greater excruciating detail in the later parts of the program. Not in this program, because this is still very much basic. And if I go into that here now, I am telling you, I am going to confuse you, right? As time progresses and stuff within the programs, you get an understanding of exactly how big these traps can get, right? And how pronounced they can actually get, right? But trend lines, it happens with trend lines, it happens with resistance, it happens with support, and it happens with indicators. Indicators can give you false readings as well. Trust me, it's one of the most dangerous places to try to place buys or sells off of an indicator, off of a trend line, off of a support or resistance, right? This is why trading Forex is one of the hardest places to make easy money. And I put in easy money in air quotations, because the reality is, once you do understand it, it's quite simple to make money. But if you do not understand it, trust me, you will be struggling for years and years and years. You could literally take this, what I just told you, And if you back test it for yourself, practice it, study it for yourself, go over the charts and look at it for yourself. You can literally take this information and it should change if you're applying it correct. It should change your outlook on the way that the market operates. And if it doesn't change your outlook, then maybe you need to do a little more back testing, or maybe you need to get a little more information on how to back test it properly, which is what I cover in the further or the future versions of the future states or programs in the Ekatatrading library, right? So this is the odds are against you, because the odds are absolutely against you. This industry is set up, it is designed to keep you losing, right? It is designed to keep you on a Ferris wheel, because guess what? The longer you are on the Ferris wheel, the more money the winners make. It's a reason why they say rich get rich and poor get poor, because that is exactly what is happening. People are trying to come out of the cycle and get out of the cycle to try and make sense out of nonsense and figure out, why is it that I'm not progressing? I had this problem years ago, and it's only when I realized this and I learned this, I was like, yo, this makes a lot of sense. And you see, and that is one thing that I want to leave you with. I could be absolutely wrong about what I'm telling you now. This is everything in my entire program is all based on my experience. I could be entirely wrong about everything that I see. But here's the thing. It makes sense to me, and it allows me to be confident in my setup. And that's what it all boils down to. If you're confident in your setup, you can take bigger trades, you can take bigger risks, you basically have more advantages, because now you're confident. That's what you want, right? So you don't want the odds to be against you. If you want the odds to be in your favor, the best thing for you to do is stop trading like the masses. Stop thinking like the masses and start to think like what it is that the banks might do in cases like this. Do that, I'm telling you, your trading is going to change. So I hope that this was a revelation. And if it was, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom of the program. Tell me what you thought about the entire program. Tell me what you thought about, about learning this. Be honest, tell me if it is you knew it. Tell me if it is, it made sense. If it did make sense, if there's something you want clarified, I'll be happy to answer any questions or any statements, anything. Just let me know what you think. And yeah, see you in the next one.